What's going on, everybody? Safar Sadek here. Well, here we are. We have finally arrived. This so-called gender war against the genders has finally ground down to the final battle. It's been a long, grueling war for the past 5-6 decades, but the decisive battle is about to be won. And there's an elite group of Mgtow that are going to win this battle, which will give mankind the decisive victory in this war of the genders. All right? And what you see before you is that special unit that has been groomed from within the Mgtow movement, because the Mgtow movement is not going to win this battle. By and large, no, they're not. A lot of them are going to fall by the wayside. But there's 300 elite units within this small squad, so to speak, that are going to take this battle. Just 300 units. That's all we need. Of the tribe of Judah. And when we take this victory, it will be the victory of victories. There will never be another war of any kind after this. This will be the war that will win all wars among the genders. Women everywhere will be put back in their rightful place, like it or not. You will be there, or you won't be here. It's just that plain. You can buck against it and you can kick against it, but you're not going to win this final battle. Because this elite unit of 300 Mgtow have studied every aspect of every type of warfare that there are. And another advantage that we have is being men. Men were born and bred for war, not women. And see, the nigga bitch of all women know this. That's why they have Esau fighting their battles for them. Well, guess what? Esau know what's coming, and Esau is get ready to tuck tail and run, because they know that they're not going to stand against this elite unit of warriors that are about to cut loose on you nigga bitches. And the reason why Esau is going to cut tail and run is because he's too preoccupied with his own self-preservation. His economy is being ripped apart right before his eye, day by day by day. And it's only going to get worse. There's food shortages looming just over the horizon, day by day by day. As a matter of fact, there's a shortage of everything in this fucking society, day by day by day. And so Esau has his hands full with his very existence. And so now they no longer have a self-interest in aiding the nigga bitch in this war against us, because they know they're gonna lose. They know they are, but at least they're smart enough to retreat to a safe distance where they can begin damage control and make attempts to try to recoup rather many of the losses that they have incurred in this lengthy battle. All right. And so now the nigga bitch is scrambling big time, completely unaware that the final battle is about to be waged against them, and there will be no contest, because no other man is going to step forward and contend with this elite group of warriors that have been groomed, trained, and ready to go at a moment's notice. All right? And this is going to happen. This battle is poised to happen during the absolute worst time in recorded human history. And that in and of itself is going to put these nigga bitches at an unprecedented disadvantage. Because though you may outnumber these elite group of warriors, you will not outmatch us, because it's not possible for you to outmatch us. Your sexuality, your manipulative deceptions, your emotional whining and crying, your children, none of that shit is going to give you any advantage over these elite group of warriors. They will not be reckoned with. They will not be bargained with. The only thing these soldiers are anticipating is total and absolute victory at any cost. Death is not even, it's not even a thought for any of these soldiers, so long as the rest of the group wins the war. We can take on a few deaths, and we probably will. But by and by, you nigga bitches that have waged this war for so long are gonna lose. And you're gonna lose historically. All the fight that you have in you right now will be taken away to the point to where you won't even fight against the oppression of your own mental and delusional states of mind. You won't even have enough fight to put up against that when this is all said and done. Many of you are going to lose your lives literally when the time comes and the trumpet sounds. That will be the last sound you hear other than your death screams. Because these elite group of warriors aren't going to give a shit about your existence whatsoever. They will revel in your bloodshed. They're going to destroy you in a multitude of ways. They're going to refuse you help when you're being pursued by others. They're going to refuse protection when you find yourselves alone, and most of you are going to. Many of you are already alone, but during the worst time in recorded human history, being alone is going to be a death sentence for you women, especially you nigga bitches. At least these other women have went back and made alliances with men so that they'll have a chance at surviving what's coming, but not you nigga bitches. Your pride has prevented you from striking any alliance. And so the reason why many of you are gonna die, because the men outside of this elite group stand very little of any chance of surviving what's coming. But this elite group have been groomed in every way possible to survive, not only, but to thrive what's coming. Only within this elite group, all other men are subject to the same gruesome deaths as you. And because you cannot reckon with or bargain with any of these men, you will be dying by the hundreds of thousands day by day. Rape, left for dead, starvation, dehydration, mental breakdowns, and many other forms of death, animal attacks, heat exhaustion. We're coming into the summer months. Many of you are not going to make it past that summer. All right? And you'll know when you've encountered just one of us. You will know. You better hope and pray that you never encounter more than one of us at the same place. And now I'm going to share some insight into the strength of this group and why they will be totally and 100% successful in the final campaign that's about to arise. Now we're going to go into the scriptures, which is the source of our power, and show you people why the Mgtow 300 will be a force to reckon with. Right now you have hundreds of thousands of spirits of Mgtow dispatched, starting this cleanup effort. But the Mgtow 300 are gonna do the mop-up mission. Let's get in here. Let's look at the first precept. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. Ahiah is a man of war. Ahiah is his name. So much for your good times, Jesus, and God loves everybody and this and that and the other. Yeah, well, let's see about that. Let's see about that. Let's look at the next precepts. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1, 3, and 8. To every season there is, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1, 3, and 8. So right now, what you call God of this Bible, of these scriptures, this is the season for him to kill, to hate, and for war. That's what time. See, everything that's in existence is governed by seasons, just like we have seasons throughout the year. And see, you've had your season of bullshitting, fucking around, and playing, and all this other horse shit, and was able to get away with it and wage war against your own men. The only race of women stupid enough to wage a war against your own men on the levels that you did. I don't give a fuck about what the white bitch did or any of these other hoes. All they did was hook and bait your dumb asses to fall for the shit. That's what they did. They created the illusion of feminism and everything so that your dumb ass would fall for it, and you did. And then you used their men to wage your war against us while they were still having families, and still are. And all the other races of women are still having families, except you. The only thing you're doing is just having a bunch of illegitimate ragamuffins. Well, now that we're in this season change, the Most High is getting ready to turn loose the Mgtow 300. And let's see how he's going to deal with all your spoils of war. Let's see how he's going to deal with that. Using this elite group of soldiers that's about to be turned loose on y'all's asses. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9, verses 4 through 6. And Ahiah said unto him, talking about the writer with the inkhorn by his side, the scribe, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, in other words, throughout Israel, no matter where they are, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations to be done in the midst of, for all these brothers that are calling y'all's asses out, calling y'all out on y'all's bullshit. They've been marked. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They've been marked. Verse 5. And to the others, the Mgtow 300, as well as Mgtow, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men, which were before the house. That's Ezekiel chapter 9, verses 4 through 6. This is what's coming. That's why Esau's ass is being preoccupied with trying to stay afloat on this sinking ship. That way he take his hand completely off Israel. And by that happening, that's going to leave you nigga bitches vulnerable. Because now your soldiers are being taken out of the fight completely, trying to save their own asses. And so when that's done, this is what's coming for you all. Narcom is doing it right now, but these Mgtow 300 are coming right behind them. And that's going to be y'all's greatest fear. Because see, right now, while Narcom is getting y'all aren't really shook like you should be because you're shock proof. Damn, nigga bitch die, the rest of them in her family, you know, laugh and giggle like it ain't nothing. One of her kids die or get aborted, no problem. One of your men die, who gives a hell of a fuck about them? Yeah, okay. See, that's Narcom working right now, taking y'all's asses out. But to you all, it don't mean shit. But when these Mgtow 300 start coming at y'all's asses and Esau's nowhere around to protect you, that's gonna be the icing on the cake right there. And nobody's gonna be able to deliver you out of their hands. Nobody. You're gonna have to take that shit. And then let's see how strong and independent y'all asses really are. Last precept, or last two. Or three rather, shit. Isaiah 3:25. Thy mighty men, all y'all's pookies, ray-rays, and simps shall fall by the sword. And thy mighty men in the war. Yep, all these Edomites, this them fighting y'all's war for y'all. Hey, out of here. Out of here. Your pookies and ray-rays will not be able to stand against this Mgtow 300. No contest. Most of them little motherfuckers gonna die by starvation anyway. Good riddance. Get the fuck out of here. Take these motherfuckers out of the damn gene pool so y'all quit reproducing this useless perpetual curse. Let's look at 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verses 33 through 34. The virgins, or in this particular case, single digit girls, because ain't no virgins among Israel no more other than single digit girls. And hell, that's pushing it. Shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. In this case, brothers, cousins, because they going to get fucked up. The women shall mourn, having no husbands, pookies, ray-rays, and simps. I already told you what's getting ready to happen. Them fools. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms, brothers, cousins be destroyed. And their husbands, pookies, ray-rays, simps shall perish of famine. That's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verses 33 through 34. So see, even circumstances themselves are going to be working in the favor of the Mgtow 300. So you motherfuckers ain't going to escape. You're not going to be able to go run somewhere and hide and wait this out. Because there's not going to be no food nowhere to support you hiding out somewhere. So what that's going to do is going to force your ass out in the open as a result of desperation where you can be dealt with. And you will be dealt with. Now we're at the last precept. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17 and 18. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Ahiah. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Ahiah? That's what hell is for. And if the righteous, the 1/3 elect, those that are supposed to make it through this, scarcely be saved, what shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? I think you already know the answer to that. Esau ain't going to be able to help you because they're going to be appearing there too. So you waged the good long war, but you weren't able to fight it by yourself. You had to get somebody else to fight it for you, which shows that you're not strong and independent like you claim to be. Well, guess what? All that help that you had to wage that war is getting ready to be taken away. Now the war is coming straight to you. Let's see how successful you are against the Mgtow 300. And they are just about ready to be deployed. Peace.